Welcome into the Monday Morning Quarterback UK with your boys Ben, Dami, Kriski and Bids. He's back, the prodigal son returns.
Back.
He made it back. I didn't think you would.
It's a long journey back.
I thought you were going to
like
stay
37 hours door to door.
Yeah, 37 hours.
Yeah, like three flights, couple of buses.
3 flights?
Yeah, I was down the south of Thailand and then we had to fly back to Bangkok. 2 flights back from Bangkok.
Just stop in Doha?
No, Abu Dhabi. Yeah. But yeah, good trip. Loved it. Recommend Thailand. Beautiful place. 2.5 weeks out there.
What'd you do, or can you legally not say?
Mate, a lot of hiking, elephant sanctuaries, beach.
Oh, that's
running.
damn wholesome. Okay.
Yeah, mate, it was good. Yeah, just.
And a full moon party.
And a full moon party, which, yeah.
You lost yourself.
Yeah.
Or you found yourself.
He nearly never came back from that.
Got a little bit drunk, may have got a tattoo, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
You're joking.
No, legit.
Was it planned?
Yeah, a little. I wanted to get one while I was out there, but
Is it a tramp stamp?
No, it's not. It's
Tell me it's a
just on
butterfly.
the back of my arm.
Is it a matching one with me?
No, she didn't get one. But yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Just some mountains and trees, bit of like wilderness one. You know,
It's
just out
a
there.
tramp stamp,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's not a tramp stamp, it's on the back of my arm and hit it with a bamboo stick.
Oh, wait a minute. Traditional.
Yeah, mate, it was. Yeah.
Does it hurt?
I fell asleep, mate. I was a little bit drunk, I was out cold.
A little bit drunk.
Are you allowed to get a tattoo when you're drunk?
Yeah.
Doesn't it make you bleed more, isn't
They
it?
don't
No.
care over there.
Alright, cool.
Mate, they were very cool. No, to be fair, I was a little bit drunk, but it's also, yeah, I was relaxed. I was trying to switch off before, so it didn't hurt that much, and then just dozed off a little bit, and then.
So you could have just done whatever you wanted.
Well, I trusted
And
him.
he did. Tramp stamp.
But, yeah.
This guy's been doing the most wholesome last 6 months, and then he's just gone off the rails.
I haven't gone off the rails. We still, I had probably about 5 beers at the full moon party, and then another 5 throughout the whole 2 weeks I was there. It was
That's
very
not bad.
chilled.
Not bad, that's nothing.
A lot, yeah. Like I say, just outdoors, hiking, running, elephants, beach. It was just super chill.
Sounds cool.
Fair.
Man.
And he went to Portsmouth.
And then literally landed, and then did obviously what you boys did a few months ago, the Soccer Saturday. Ended up in
did you?
Portsmouth. Ended up in a fight. Got punched. It was. I didn't end up in a fight.
Yeah.
Honestly, legit, like eventful 24 hours that was. Just landing and just going straight down to Portsmouth. Like find out I was going to Portsmouth. I'm like great. And then some guy started on the guy whose birthday it was. I went in to try and break it up. So then he just hit me, and I was like, oh okay. And then my mate came in. He hit him. He got concussed, and then yeah. Don't go to Portsmouth.
This one guy put paws on you and 2 of your
Yeah,
friends.
because we're not fighters, mate. We didn't throw any punches.
Can we talk about your fighting numbers that you were telling me before we filmed? Because they are the most ridiculous
Where
numbers.
are we going?
These stats are
So
unbelievable.
I've never started a fight, never thrown a punch, but I've been punched like 9 times.
He's 0-9.
All 4 trying to break up fights, and they just hit me. And
He's
I'm
had no
like,
professional bouts and is still 0-9.
But you're not even 0-9 just in fights, just in like punches. Like you
Literally.
haven't thrown a single one.
Just
bad
day-to-day
luck, man.
life fist fights.
I think the worst one was Sanders at Cov. He was going through the dance hall. He just kicked some guy's ass.
Sounds
No
like
reason. Turned around. The guy thought it was me and just hit me. Sanders is there laughing. I was like, how has this happened? Like,
That sounds like
Yeah.
exactly like Sanders.
but yeah, so yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
But yeah, that's been my last 3 weeks.
I
yeah.
really wanted to get into the numbers because
We
you told me
don't.
that.
No,
You told me
No, we need to move on
move
to
on
some
from
regular-
that. But I'm back,
regular
I'm safe,
stuff, man.
and I'm good.
I was about to say, Soccer Saturday ending up in Portsmouth is not bad.
That's not that
I
bad.
was going to say, that sounds alright.
Yeah, when we did it, we ended up in Nottingham.
Yeah.
that was good.
That was live.
We were lucky though. The
We
first
were
couple was like Scotland,
Yeah.
Ireland, and then Nottingham, so we were safe.
Yeah, that could have been rough. Carlisle was my concern.
Yeah, the thing is, if we had got to a certain point up north, we would have been like, allow it. Allow it.
Pretend it was, yeah.
Yeah, no one saw it.
Pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How are you boys? I've missed you.
Yeah, no, we missed you, man. My weekend was spent house viewing. So we've been doing that for the last few weeks. I think my girlfriend and I, we're kind of over the rented thing, so we want to buy, and we're looking at Hertfordshire. There's so much that goes into buying a house.
Yeah, man, that's long.
That's grown up.
It's
So much that goes into renting that. Like, that's what I'm going through at the moment. That's long enough.
It's so long, and like we're even like looking at stuff about that planning permission and permitted development rights and all that kind of
Well,
stuff.
you're looking to get a fixer upper.
Not a fixer upper, but looking at something that's good enough now, but then can be extended in the future.
Planning.
Right,
that's So yeah. There's a lot. Don't want to bore the podcast with this, but yeah. How was your weekend, Bits?
Oh, man's flat hunting. Just boring. Birthday parties as well.
Welcome to the property podcast.
My boy's 31st birthday, so we're up there for the weekend. And Mother's Day, obviously, yesterday. So came back straight from there to my mum's, just chilled there, and then back. Yeah, but
how's your brother, man? Is he functional?
That's one way of putting it. He's getting better. He's getting better. His knees recovering slowly but surely. Like he can get about himself for the most part. He can shower himself now.
That's always a hot thing.
I did not know you were that deep. Oh my god.
Don't ask any questions about the last 2 weeks. I don't want to know.
I meant get in and out.
I don't want to know.
Get in and out.
Oh, bro,
I meant get in and out.
I don't know what you were doing over there.
What is
Hey,
what was his knee? Whatever, man. Moving on.
Wow.
Ben, how was your weekend? Jesus Christ.
You know how some weekends. I went to the wedding venue and we did a murder mystery on the Friday night.
Okay.
Nice.
So when we were last there, we saw a brochure that said they were doing murder mysteries there. I was like, yeah, we'll check that out. It was alright actually.
Yeah.
So you got like a package deal and then you stay over for the night. So we got to stay in our venue, which was cool. See what it's going to be like for you guys. You're going to like it.
Are we all staying at the venue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I assume you will. It's up to you.
I didn't know it was a hotel.
You don't have to.
I didn't know. How am I to know it was a hotel?
I told you.
I don't listen to you,
They're
man.
always hotels, aren't they? Most of the time these venues are.
It could just be like a village hall or something, man. No, I
Village
fancy it.
hall? You know who I'm marrying. It ain't gonna be the village hall. Come on now. Yeah. So we stayed over there. That was cool. And you go and have dinner, and then they do like scenes like in the middle of the room
Okay.
while you're eating, and then you have to pick or work out who committed the crime.
Did you die?
Oh, you don't die as a.
Oh.
Was it Professor Green in the library?
It was a weird story, but it was actually quite good. And your boy got it right. Of course he did. I got it right. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what really ruined the whole thing is that someone on our team that everyone was like, okay, cool, we'll go with what you said. We had like a bit of a vote, and what I said got the most votes. Someone changed who did it. I went to the toilet, came back, and someone had changed who did it. Me and Jenny went to the bathroom, and then someone had changed who did it from our team, so we lost. I was bang on right. I said exactly what happened, and someone changed it. I was like,
you throwing hands like Kriski, losing.
I've never thrown hands.
so the average age was like 50, so I walked back in, and some 50-year-old grandma's rocking me or something, like just like him.
Hey,
I came to break up a fight and got
it's
punched
gonna
in
happen
the
to me at one point. Yeah.
The older you get, the older these punches are.
Yeah, exactly.
So as soon as you guys left the room, they were like, okay,
Yeah,
now they we ain't listening to
Because
them.
I was walking out and the host was like, "Oh, who did the scoring?" He was like, "Someone in your team changed it. Like,
Wow.
someone just changed the names, crossed it out, and wrote a different name."
So
So
I
it's
do
gonna be-
not back you one bit.
Well, a bunch of us left the table, so there were only like 4 people left. So that was the next crime. I had to figure out who messed with my arms.
That was all the way home. And you and Jenny just in the car, just like, yeah, I bet it was
Seething.
Deirdre over there, man.
Oh yeah, I was seething. It was an odd bunch though.
Yo,
It
let's
was a bit weird.
yeah, okay.
But yeah, it's a good time.
That's enough
It's a good time.
weirdness, enough intro.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was a pretty chill weekend other than that. Cool. Alright, let's get into some stuff that isn't whatever the hell that was. So this week, like we said in last week's episode, we were going to go over drafts, trades, what's been going on in the off-season in the lead up to the draft, which is in 3 weeks or so. So we'll throw to Kriski, talk to us. Who's been traded, who's been signed up to long-term contracts, and who's made some ropey decisions already?
Ropey.
Who's ruined their off-season day
You know what
one?
was really weird though? I was just before heading over, I was like, there's not much has happened so far. And then literally from leaving the house to getting to yours, oh my god, it's all kicked off.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's
updates.
just past 9 p.m. now. That's our cut-off point.
Yeah.
for
So any new news coming in, I'm slow now.
On Monday.
Yeah, on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm going to start with the bigger one that happened earlier today was a bit of a favourite of the show, Kirk Cousins. Gone to my team, the Falcons.
I'm feeling good about that.
You know what? I'm very happy.
Should be.
Yeah, 4-year deal. I mean, what are your boys' thoughts? Do you think Falcons got overpaid, or do you think they got a steal? What do you think? 180
They're
mil,
overpaid.
180 mil, 100 mil guaranteed over 4 years.
That's the quarterback market, though.
What's it
I
work
mean,
out?
if Daniel Jones broke that market, man,
I didn't want to say.
Kirk Cousins isn't going to ask for less than Daniel Jones, is he?
So,
36-year-old Kirk Cousins.
Oh, he's way better than Daniel Jones.
Oh yeah, he's way better than Daniel Jones, but obviously 36 in a 4-year deal.
Yeah, he's still
100.
playing.
how much? 180 million?
180 mil, 100 guaranteed.
The only problem for me, I would have taken that at the start of the year problem is the Achilles. And how good is he on the back of that? That's money for
True.
how good he was at the start of the season.
Yeah.
3-4, because he played 5 games, didn't he? And then he got the Achilles injury.
Something like
So
that, yeah.
after game 4, that's what I would have paid for him. Now you're paying for post Achilles surgery. It's a bit much for that.
Yep.
Otherwise, I would have paid it.
Mm.
That's fine. That's a lot, but it's fine money for what he was worth at the start of the season after 4 games.
Yeah.
Is what I'd say. But
It's exciting for the Falcons.
Falcons in the
Actually,
quarterback, man.
capable quarterback with a decent offensive weapons.
You haven't had anyone who can throw since Matt Ryan.
So,
How long ago was that?
3 years ago now? 2 years ago he retired, yeah. Well, not retired, he moved on.
Yeah, but when he could last throw properly. It was a couple years
That's,
longer.
that's mean.
It's a couple years longer than that.
That's really mean.
It's a couple years longer than that, really, isn't it?
Alright. Oh, yeah.
Moving on.
Next we'll go to Dami's corner.
Yeah.
Saquon, thoughts? He's gone to the Eagles.
I mean, I'm gutted about that, to be honest.
I mean, you might just keep him away.
No, we couldn't afford to keep him, but to go to the Eagles, a divisional rival,
Yeah, that's
it's
Yeah.
brutal. Like, yeah, okay, go to another division in the NFC or go to the AFC, but not to the Eagles.
He's gonna run all over you.
Who smash us every
Yeah.
year as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
You've got a good replacement now.
Yeah, that was it actually. Yeah.
Who?
Devin Singletary's just literally just before we started, and that's he's
That's so
signed-
underwhelming.
Do you know how much that was for yet?
Nah, I did.
Hasn't come through.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah,
come
that's
through.
so underwhelming, man. Like,
Saquon to Devin Singletary. To be fair, he did alright.
He's not a scrub, but
Yeah,
no, he's not Saquon.
but then yeah, obviously Saquon going to the Eagles. DeAndre Swift has gone to the Bears.
Yeah, interesting.
Which obviously the Bears with a very big decision, which I'm sure you boys will touch on later. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good move for the Bears, picking up Swift. On I think was it 3 years, 24 mil deal.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of paying running backs just in general,
Yeah,
but I much prefer the way that the Chiefs do it, which is just draft someone in and coach them, because generally the drop off, as long as you draft fairly well, is insignificant. Like, we're all a big fan of Pacheco, right?
Yeah.
7th rounder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
7th rounder.
Seventh rounder, like, do you know what I
Yo.
mean? It's like, you can get value later on in the draft for running backs, as long as you draft based on your needs. Like, do you want a bigger back who can kind of truck, or are you looking for kind of a more slight back who's a bit more nimble? Depends what you're after, right? But I think that's, like $8 million a year is quite a lot. Like, but man, I mean,
I guess the Bears
That's what
need
it
a
is.
few weapons, don't they?
yeah, I'd have been more inclined to bulk up the wide receiver room, but they clearly haven't had much of a running back room for a little while. Like, it's been okay, but I think the problem's been more the offensive line, not the running backs, is all I would say. Because actually, their running backs have been okay. I haven't hated their running backs; they've been perfectly serviceable. Like, think about it this way: if you'd changed over, who was there? Deontay Foreman was one of their main running backs. They had a bunch. Khalil Herbert. If either of them had played for the Chiefs, if you'd switched the running backs, do you think the result would have been any different for either team?
No.
Do you think Khalil Herbert or Deontay Foreman would have been significantly worse than Pacheco?
No, not really.
Probably not,
I
right?
like Deontay Foreman.
Yeah, I do as well. It's more about the team you play for, I feel.
Mm.
And Pacheco probably would have had as much production as those guys. So, I don't know, it feels more like an offensive line issue.
Yeah,
The value of running backs has
Fair
dropped off quite a lot, but
yeah. And
it's a
then-
lot of money.
It is, and then a couple of other running backs made the move. So Tony Pollard signed with the Titans. Josh Jacobs has gone to the Packers,
Yeah.
and
That's not
Gus
bad.
Edwards has joined your beloved Chargers.
My beloved Chargers. Yeah. The Gus bus carries on.
The Gus
He
bus.
just follows me everywhere.
You must be happy about that.
Yeah, relatively.
How
But
much was that? Do we know?
Yeah, I don't know yet.
The price hasn't come through yet.
I mean, Eckler was trash at last year, so I couldn't get much worse, man.
That little clip we have, unhook the trailer.
Unhooked the trailer, man. That guy was slow.
Prime Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm surprised the Dallas Cowboys let Tony Pollard go.
I'm not.
I mean, they're on a depth chart. It's Rico Dowdle
Yeah, but
as their running back.
yeah. You know my take on running backs.
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle's cheap.
Yeah.
I'd start Rico Dowdle. Tony Pollard didn't really have much of a season last year either.
No, he didn't.
The red zone offense was terrible with him running the ball.
Yeah.
He missed up.
Josh Jacobs was terrible too. That's why you're not happy you got him.
And you released Aaron
Yeah.
Jones as well.
Yeah, I don't love that. I think Aaron Jones is more of a threat, but I don't know what the price cap. I don't know what the cap hit difference is
Yeah.
there. I'm not sure yet, but
But then a couple of other pickups then. So Gabe Davis has gone to the Jags, and Christian Wilkins has gone to the Raiders. Big 4 years, 110 mil.
I'm surprised the Dolphins have let him go.
There seems to have let a few go, but that's a big move.
Yeah,
they got cap issues.
Yeah, but the Raiders are going big on defense, right?
Yeah,
Stop Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
And then I'll finish up with just a few re-signs. So Pittman re-signed with the Colts.
Michael Pittman Jr.
That's great for them.
Obviously Chris Jones, big re-sign, 5 years, 158 mil.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, 95 mil guaranteed. That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
He's
right
huge,
call.
man.
It's the right call.
Yeah, I think they needed to. And then
I don't think anyone would disagree with that call, right? Like, because if you think about what the other teams would say, right? They are hoping he doesn't re-sign. They're like the Raiders. I bet were like, I really hope he doesn't sign, so we can sign him.
Yeah, that's the price you pay for the Chiefs, isn't it? It's either you don't sign him or he goes there and somewhere to bite you in the ass.
Exactly, and you just want to don't give the other teams what they want.
Mm.
Other teams want him not to be with you. Like you can't knock re-signing a player who knows your system, works with it, and has won you 2 Super Bowls. Like, or is he 3 now?
3.
He's won 3. Like
3.
He's worth the money at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else did they re-sign? They re-signed L'Jarius Sneed, right?
They franchise tagged him.
And it was Drew Tranquil they re-signed.
Yeah, they re-signed.
That was who you probably.
That's a really good move by them.
Those were their
to
3
re-sign Tranquil
and Sneed. Those were their 3 re-signings they wanted.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 and they're about to drop a whole bunch of players. They're gonna have to get rid of McKinnon.
They've already got rid of MBS.
MBS.
Hardman.
There's like 12 players they're getting rid of. But you look at the list and you're like, none of those are critical. Townsend is the only one that was like the punter. But again, like.
Yeah,
but
they picked up that Ariza guy.
Yeah, I think they're not.
Well, just get on from the IPP. That's fine.
Get yourself an Irish guy.
Yeah.
4 of them.
Yeah.
But the last 2 I'll say is just the Bucks. 2 big re-signs in Baker, getting a nice 3-year contract under Mill, and Mike Evans re-signs huge for the Bucks as well. So the 2 big weapons for them last year.
Yeah.
So again, similar points to Chris Jones. I think no-brainers really.
It's kind of an interesting division.
Yeah, I think they're great moves. I don't know if they've already done it yet. I want to see who their offensive coordinator is, because Dave Canales did such a good job with Baker last year.
Yeah.
Now he's gone to the Panthers. Who's replacing him? And are they going to be able to do as good a job now?
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think there's two big defining key points to that division. It's going to be offensive coordinator for the Bucks and how well Kirk Cousins does recovering from the Achilles surgery. Those will be 2 defining, because really no one's really rating the other 2 teams in that division, are they?
No, I think it's that. Yeah, on paper you are looking between those 2 really.
The Saints have got a problem.
Yeah.
The Saints have got a problem with the cap.
Yeah.
Like they're screwed. They're gonna have to drop so many players in the next 2 weeks. Like they're just gonna have to get cut like half their team. And they just re-signed their 35-year-old linebacker Davis. So I don't know how they're financing this operation, but they got some problems in the next couple of weeks. So Saints are probably screwed. So Falcons or Bucks probably.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there's 2 more, but I feel like there's probably already been tons of moves.
Literally,
we started recording.
10 minutes ago, yeah.
So,
any trades to hit on?
I guess just the only really 2 trades. Jerry Jeudy gone from, to the Browns and the Broncos.
Yeah.
Decent move. And Mac Jones has gone to the Jags.
For how much?
You know what? I actually don't know what the...
1 6th rounder.
That's peak.
He was only drafted in 2001.
Where was he drafted?
2001.
Yeah.
First round.
First round.
First round. I think he was the 4th or the 5th quarterback of the
that's
he was
rough.
The 4th, wasn't
Joe was really nice. I've said to you guys before in a previous episode about drafting quarterbacks from like big college franchises, and often it's a risk because they haven't had many challenges. I heard Broussard say that exact thing on an episode of First Things First earlier this week. I was like,
You were making me want to change my draft.
feel that.
My draft already.
Bits there frantically typing just before we jumped in.
Yeah. I was like, validation.
Yeah,
but I just think it always plays out that way. Like he never really looked that good. He had one Pro Bowl season, which I think was inflated. I think that was a bit.
And he was an alternate. Yeah, let's not forget that. He wasn't the top.
He only made the Pro Bowl. He was like the 7th best quarterback, or 8th best quarterback. Like,
in his conference.
Yeah. Like it's not great.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was the 4th.
Yeah, he would have been the 4th or 5th.
4th or 5th. I can't remember which. But yeah, It's not great, is it?
Ouch! You're just gonna sit behind the Prince. Oh, what was Prince?
He is, yeah.
You know what? I actually think I saw a frame by frame, and I think his numbers are actually better than Trevor's.
What? Well, last year.
Not last year, maybe over the last couple of seasons, but yeah.
I'm gonna be surprised. Sometimes Trevor plays like trash.
Yeah.
Trevor plays like Mac.
He's got Gabe Davis now.
Yeah.
He's got some weapons.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
If the offensive line can hold up, like.
Yeah, Christian Kirk.
Is Calvin Ridley still? Is he free agent?
Are they gonna go?
Yeah.
We all get into that.
There we go. I think that moves us quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the top 10 free agents at the time of recording. So like they'd said.
Could have changed.
A lot.
At 9 p.m. GMT.
9:18.
No, we don't know what's happening in the last 18 minutes.
Okay, yeah, at 9 o'clock GMT. The top 10 free agents. So we had Danielle Hunter.
Danielle.
Is it Danielle?
Is it Danielle? Okay, Danielle.
It's not Danielle.
I mean, it's spelled Danielle.
It's Danielle.
Oh, our bad.
It's Danielle Hunter, man.
Take it up with him.
I take out his parents, not him. What's he gonna do?
What do you want from me?
Danielle Hunter, who was most recently at the Vikings, edge rusher. He's a free agent. He had 16.5 sacks last year.
Yeah, he was a big
so
guy.
he was balling.
Causing problems with the edge.
So, people want to pay him?
Go and got money for him. He's going to need too much.
Simple.
Yeah.
So that's where most of these decisions come from.
Yeah.
It's just too expensive for the needs of the team. Like, it's not like they didn't want to resign him.
Yeah.
It's just
Can't.
can't afford that.
Cool.
So Darius Smith, edge rusher for the Browns. Xavier McKinney, safety for the Giants. I think, at time of recording, he just got signed by someone. But I'll get back to you on that. Leonard Floyd, edge rusher from the Bills. He got signed on a 1-year deal last year. And he had 10.5 sacks. So it's a very productive year.
The Bills have to drop everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Bills have dropped a lot of defensive players.
they still need to drop more. They're still over the cap.
A 1-year deal just sounds so long for a player. Just like you got to move your whole life over to that city, and you have no idea what you're doing. I know that's just the sporting industry, and that's what their careers are like. But that's long.
Yeah, that $1 million paycheck won't hurt. How much did he get in that deal? Like 10 million?
You have to uproot your whole family. I'm just saying.
I mean, you live in a hotel, you live in a condo for a year, you try and do as well as you can, and then earn a contract that gets you 3-4 years.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Fair.
No. Calvin Ridley. So he had 1,016 yards on 78 receptions last year for the Jaguars. He's currently a free agent.
1,000-yard season, even though we've dogged Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't resign him, but we'll see.
No, I think they would have needed to pay him quite a lot, and I think they wanted to go with something cheaper like Gabe Davis.
Fair.
Gabe Davis is a good, affordable receiver.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Chiefs might be interested.
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
I think they're going to draft someone.
Right.
We'll get into that.
Okay, we'll get into that.
How many teams you draft? We're doing top 10.
I'll do top 10 and then I'll mention an honourable Chiefs pick at the end.
Okay, so we've got Leonard Williams, defensive tackle for the Seahawks. Daquan Jones from the Bills, another Bills defensive player that got released. Jermaine Illuminor from offensive tackle for the Raiders. Patrick Queen. So, and as you know, we spoke about Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith a lot. They were the best linebacking duo in the league last year. He has been for the Ravens. He got released. I'm surprised he's still on the market. Someone has to take him, especially after realizing that why the Chiefs and the Ravens were so good last year, and the 49ers, it was because of their linebacking play. So yeah, that's surprising. And then John Simpson, guard for the Ravens. And that is the top 10 free agents at time of recording.
That's a quick question. Do players tend to hold out briefly? So you mentioned a couple there, like ones you're surprised they got released and they've not been picked up yet. Do they hold out, wait for maybe another player gets signed, and then that kind of sets the benchmark for this sort of free agency? Yeah, because their contract will finish at a certain time, and then they'll be like, okay, what's the market paying? Yeah, what's the market saying? Like, let me see what the people are getting, and then they go back to the team and go, are you going to pay me this? And then either they go, yes, and then they resign, or they go, no, and you just find yourself somewhere else.
Because that's happened to Ron Armstead today. I think, or yesterday, he said he was joining free agency
Yeah.
from the 49ers. So
Mhm.
he's going to be probably on this number one on this list.
Yeah.
Like, now. Because the 49ers tried to offer him a deal, and he was basically like,
I can get more if I go elsewhere.
he was like, I just want to see what my market's like.
Yeah.
He might come back and be like, no, okay, cool, I'll take a deal.
That's the interesting thing. So they could just test the market,
Mhm.
and then if they're not happy with the market, they'll just go back.
Yeah.
But will you get that same deal?
49ers
Uh,
might trim a
Trim a bit
mill.
off the top.
Trim a mill.
Yeah, some of that cap money might be taken.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the other thing. Like, that might not
Oh,
be there
that's
anymore,
true,
right?
yeah.
Like, so
It's a
You can't wait
interesting
around for
gamble,
it.
innit? Like,
Yeah.
having to try and play so many different
Yeah,
markets.
but the thing is, it won't be them. It'll be whoever their agents are.
Agents, yeah,
Some of their
some
agents are
agents, yeah.
probably stupid,
I think the other thing. Well, yeah,
or
probably.
just trying to get as much money for themselves as possible.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Commission.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more money for them if they get more money. Teron Armstead's probably already had a couple of chats as well. I think the likelihood of him doing that without already having some knowledge of the market is probably unlikely. Like,
That's interesting. You're allowed to speak to other teams before you
your
become.
agent probably can, yeah.
Yeah.
Agent probably can. Agent can just be like, what's the market saying in Miami? Or what's the market saying in a team that's got loads of money? I don't know
Yeah.
theirs. Like,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah, happy with that. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, cool. Let's get into some draft then. So we know who's been,
Here we go.
picked up.
Here we go.
We know who's been picked up. We know who's left. So we know roughly what teams need. So Bids and I have drafted our top 10. I actually drafted all 32
Crazy.
because I was just keen for
You
it.
got way too
yesterday.
much time.
That, I was
Don't,
just saying
it was
that.
just I got locked in. I just went to 10 and didn't stop.
I'm so waiting just to screenshot this and then just match it up on the night and just see if
I-
you even get 4 right.
I think I'm going.
Oh, you could I reckon you could easily.
I think
get
I'm
four.
getting-
Out of
7.
32 teams, do you think you're going to pick 4?
Well, the top 15. I mean, is the player, the top 15 players
locked on.
Yeah, but
is
as
locked.
soon as one player goes somewhere else that you're not expecting it, just the domino effect. Just
Okay. that's-
I think of the top 10, I'm probably going to get at least 6 or 7 right. I feel
I
pretty
guess yeah,
good.
the top 10's pretty. You can. Is a little bit more accurate and less trains happen.
Yeah.
I feel
But
pretty good.
I've gone a bit rogue and I've gone for a trade, but now I'm not sure.
Do your
So-
thing, man.
I don't know. I'll decide when I get to it.
All right, cool. Let's just
it's
do
not the
it.
Bears trading.
Let's just get
Team
into
justice.
Shut it down already.
All right. How are we gonna do it? How are we
All
gonna
right,
do
cool. We'll do the first pick. We'll talk about it, and then you guys can have your opinion.
I was
as
gonna
well.
say, me and Dami just very much.
Yeah, we just
with
enjoyed
the
it.
judges.
Chat
yeah?
through it, yeah.
it? And just a disclaimer: we're going with Ben, who knows probably the most out of us
Yeah.
about, or does know the most about college football and just American football in general,
Yeah.
and me, who knows the least. So
We got
allow
this.
me.
We
in
got
advance.
this.
Yeah,
Back yourself.
I'm
man.
backing
Let's see if we align on pick number 1, and then see how quick it deviates. Okay, cool. Who you got going first?
Why am I? Now you go first.
You go first, then I'll go
you
second.
go first.
I've said this before in previous episodes. Chicago draft Caleb Williams, QB quarterback out of USC. I don't see a scenario where they don't take him. He's a generational talent. I think if you trade away from that and he turns out to be an amazing player, you'll get absolutely crucified in Chicago. Like, I just don't see them doing that. I think the more likely scenario is they draft him, he sits behind Justin Fields, and then they try and increase Justin Fields' draft value.
You reckon?
Or
I did
trade value.
see someone mention this
Dami's
today.
not
and
happy
I
with
was
that.
like, I was
I
like, you know
couldn't-
what? It's not the craziest
so-
shout, but I just.
I could not see him sitting behind.
Yeah.
Justin
Why would
Fields.
you? Yeah. Why would you
I
agree to
couldn't
it?
see that.
Yeah, especially I don't think his dad could see that.
Yeah.
I think his dad would have.
But
yeah.
then again, I'm also wondering why haven't they traded Justin Fields yet?
Right, offer's not coming in, probably.
What is the right offer? He's going to
Yeah,
go for a
well-
third rounder at the moment.
Justin Fields for a third round.
Yep. That's his draft value. That's his
brutal.
trade value
That's
right now.
rough.
Because they know you're going to get Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
So what's the trade
they
value?
Can, they can literally.
Yeah, people can be like, all right, we'll offer you a third rounder.
So when would you wait till?
I
Draft
would
day.
start Justin Fields. I would start Justin Fields because that way Chicago fans are like, Justin Fields has been our guy and he's played pretty well this last year. Why are you getting rid of him?
Mm.
Or why would you move away from him for an unknown quantity? Cool, we'll keep both. If he's only worth a third round pick and you're still not paying Justin Fields, cool, no worries.
Okay, so what's the plan there? So the plan is still to trade that same year before the trade deadline, or
Depending on how Justin Fields plays. Because who are the most successful quarterbacks? The ones who don't start year one.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. None of them started their first year.
Why do I feel like you're going to add Jordan Love into that?
He won a playoff game. He won a playoff game.
Waiting for it, I was like,
He cooked Dak. 45 million a year Dak.
Yeah, okay. It was...
Alright.
So Caleb Williams goes number 1
Okay,
to Chicago. They don't pass up on that pick and they keep Justin Fields to increase his draft value because if he plays well, they could trade him for a second, maybe a first rounder if he plays pretty well. Then you trade him off, you move on to Caleb Williams at the end of the year.
Okay.
What's your take, Lids?
Okay, I've got Caleb Williams as well.
Cool.
Just the obvious choice, just because Ben's been talking about it non-stop.
These two a little sideline.
No.
You already don't think. You already don't agree.
I don't see him sitting behind.
Oh no, I
Justin
think they'll trade. I think they'll trade Fields.
I don't see it.
I think they'll trade Fields before the season begins.
But you were shaking your heads about the pick of Caleb Williams.
No, I'm not shaking my head at the pick.
Oh, okay.
No, I reckon there'll be absolute mutiny in Chicago if he sits behind Justin Fields.
Not if Justin Fields wins his first 3 games.
All right, if they do trade him pre-season, who will he go to?
There's been a lot of QB moves. I don't think Minnesota will take him.
Maybe Washington.
But they've got the second pick.
Yeah, they got the second pick.
They're gonna get onto that in a second. I think they like someone at number 2. I don't know. I think he'll go somewhere and beat someone's backup.
He's going to be a backup.
Yeah, he could go to the Jets.
What about Vegas?
Didn't Vegas just bring someone in?
No. They just let go of Jimmy.
They just brought someone in. Who's their QB now?
At the moment, I think their
Still
QB
got Aiden McConnell.
Aidan McConnell.
Oh my.
Yeah, I think on the depth chart it's Aidan McConnell. Jimmy is no longer there, I think, and they just released Brian Hoyer.
Raiders. I thought I saw it before. Raiders have signed Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Is that Gardner Minshew?
$25 million 2-year deal.
Oh, that's an excellent name from them. Yeah, that's a great name.
So I don't think Raiders. I think he's going to be a backup to someone like the Jets. The other thing is he could go to Carolina, depending on how Bryce plays. But to like back up Bryce, I don't know. I don't know who's got money to play with like that. Not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think he stays in Chicago and he's a professional about it, and they play him.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's Caleb's backup.
Okay.
We'll see.
Pick 2.
Okay, pick 2.
Hit us.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. You lead the way.
Drake May, Carolina, North Carolina QB, Tar Heels goes to Washington Commanders.
I've got the same.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly locked on pick for me.
Well, I think it's fair that a quarterback gets picked second.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a toss up between Jaden Daniels and Drake May.
What got the edge over?
Jaden Daniels is a running quarterback.
Okay.
Washington got RG3'd.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
You think they're risking that again? They took Sam Howell and started Sam Howell.
Yeah, but Sam Howell was getting power bonded to the centre of the earth every 2 seconds.
Oh, cool. So you want a running quarterback to go through that?
Yeah, I mean, he might be able to escape.
Yeah, but Drake May is like the
Like Anthony Richardson.
Drake May is like the prototypical QB. He's like 6'4", 230.
He's a bit loose with his throws.
He's just the prototype. He's just the stature that you want.
Okay. People have easily said if Caleb Williams wasn't going in his draft, Drake May would be the locked on number 1 without question.
Really?
Really?
I think Jaden Daniels runs too much. People don't want to risk that anymore. Not so much.
Okay.
So like some teams will, but teams who have been burned don't want to do that. Like you think even Washington want a rushing quarterback again? RG3 was out of the league after 3 years.
Alright, just so to be clear, they're done with Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Is he going to sit behind Sam Howell, or is he going to definitely start number 1?
I think Washington's the type of team that will start him. I think they should probably bench him. I'm just a big fan of let your quarterback learn. Yeah, don't let him send him out there to get rocked. How did Bryce Young do? He got rocked. Yeah, but that's an outlier. That's an outlier for me.
Argument.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I think that's an outlier for me. I think you're far more likely to get success by sitting someone, or sitting your QB that you think is the future behind them. Let them learn the system. Let them get a bit bigger as well, because they're not they're not built like NFL players.
Yeah,
You're not getting
yeah.
chased down by those kinds of linebackers or edge rushers anymore. Like, that's a different breed when you get to the NFL. You're going to get absolutely rinsed. Like Sam Howell learned in that first year. He got rinsed. I'm a big fan of sitting them, but I think Washington's the type of team that will start him. I think Chicago probably will start Caleb Williams as well. I just think both of them will have tough starts because neither of those offensive lines can hold up at the moment.
Okay.
From what I've already seen, I think Washington's isn't as bad, but I still don't love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Washington's offensive line isn't that bad, actually. Drake May might be okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Kriski, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. To be fair.
Okay.
There's a lot of like shaking heads in there. We're all agreeing. You agreed as well.
Yeah. I put Drake May. Yeah.
Okay.
This is where I think we start deviating.
Already.
I've got Marvin Harrison Jr. going,
okay.
wide receiver at Ohio State, going to New England.
I've gone for Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I thought you might.
They've
I've
got.
But I've gone for the sort of standard draft. But
typically,
they have to get a QB. And then who else are they getting?
Yeah.
They're not playing Bailey Zappi.
Here's a theory for you. If you want a rushing quarterback, why would you take Jaden Daniels 3rd overall when you've got Marvin Harrison Jr., who is, people are saying,
The best prospect.
The best prospect, could be the best wide receiver that New England have had since Randy Moss. Like that kind of talent, I don't think New England will pass that up, particularly because they've drafted so poorly. And quarterback drafts have been garbage for them, apart from Tom Brady. I think that if they want a rushing quarterback and they're willing to accept that,
Get Michael Penix.
no.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying
3rd
they
round
will
for Justin
wait
Fields.
to go down. Oh wow. Okay.
They could, if Chicago are willing to deal him for a 3rd rounder, why don't New England go for 3rd round?
I mean, he's a clear job opening at New England. So if you can lock on a top tier wide receiver and then pick someone up.
I'd prefer Justin Fields and Jaden Daniels.
Fair.
And he's way cheaper from a draft perspective. I mean, salary wise, short term,
He's
no,
gonna get paid. Yeah.
because Justin Fields is going to need to get paid something at some point. But picking someone 3rd ain't cheap. Like that's not nothing on the salary cap. It's not.
No,
It's not a huge
I'm
amount,
personally, on your side that I think quarterbacks do sometimes go a bit too high, whereas I think there's actually talent that goes
A lot of team needs quarterback.
They do.
They took Mac Jones 3 years ago and it went terribly.
But they just need some excitement. Like you said, that they haven't had an exciting quarterback play in so long.
Who's the most exciting wide receiver they've had in the last 10 years?
I mean, yeah, but when you think of building a team, you build from the quarterback, surely. No?
Yeah, but
They're just trying to build a franchise. You want a franchise QB and then roll up the rest of the team.
Yeah,
as well as...
Or flip it on its head and then you build actually all the weapons around it and then...
Just plug and
play.
And
then you slot in a quarterback.
You were going to say that.
49ers do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, whether you do it that way and then you can actually build a young quarterback with confidence and then take over that franchise.
Fair enough.
The number of quarterbacks that you draft in the 1st round that turn out to be as good, you have to really know what you're talking about.
Wait, this means that Jaden Daniels has fallen out your top 10, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll get there.
So,
I like Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, first of all, I would definitely have Justin Fields over Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
That just goes without saying.
Cool.
It makes sense to get Marvin Harrison Jr. with a 3rd pick and then swap a 3rd round pick for.
If you can.
For Justin
You
Fields.
might be able to swing that.
It makes perfect sense to do it that way rather than using.
Just to
the
say,
3rd round
I
pick.
don't love Justin Fields in New England.
Why?
I don't think they want a rushing quarterback. That's why I don't think they're going Jaden Daniels. But what I'm saying is, if they're willing to accept a rushing quarterback, you don't take Jaden Daniels. I don't see a scenario that it works for New England to take a rushing quarterback, either as Jaden Daniels or as Justin Fields. Justin Fields is just cheaper for the year. If you need a quarterback that you can get fairly cheap, Justin Fields is a great option.
Fair enough.
But I think they want a pocket passer. That's my take. I don't think they want a rushing quarterback.
I think you need a quarterback that's more than a pocket passer in today's NFL. You need someone who can threaten to move.
Sorry, I mean not pure runner like Justin Fields and Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is a pure runner and he has inflated numbers because he was at LSU.
Yeah.
And you've got Justin Fields who was rushing for like 1,000 yards. Like, that's a rushing quarterback. I don't care what anybody says about him, but he can pass when.
But that offensive line was awful. He had to run for his life every single time.
Run for his life and create plays like Aaron Rodgers, or run for his life and then rush for 30 yards. Every time.
Aaron Rodgers never had to run for his life, man.
I don't know. He rolled out through the
He had Bakhtiari on his side, man.
He does now.
He had what?
He's got Bakhtiari as left tackle.
Bakhtiari.
He's gone with him to the
Oh,
Jets.
that's a person. I thought.
It's a chicken dish. It's a Bakhtiari.
I thought that's some sort of disease, some bacteria. I don't.
Bacteria. I've said it really weirdly. Bakhtiari was Aaron Rodgers' left tackle for several years in Green Bay.
Me too.
But the Jets signed him.
Okay.
Jets have signed him a while ago. They've signed him to be the left tackle at the Jets now.
Okay.
Alright,
Anyway,
pick
that's...
number 4. Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. Who are they taking?
So you had Jaden Daniels going third.
Yeah, which means Marvin Harrison going fourth.
So you got Marvin Harrison going fourth. I got J.C. Latham, who's an offensive tackle of Alabama.
Yeah.
J.C. Evans, your first offensive tackle off the board.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like J.C. Latham. I think he's a good pickup, and I think the Cardinals need someone to protect Kyler.
Yeah.
Like they need, that's their biggest need, I think, or at least top two. Like the Cardinals are not tough enough up front. They need a lot of help on defense. Don't get me wrong. That's going to be the next thing that they need to hit on. But I think they need an offensive tackle. And I think they know that. They need strength up front.
I went for giving Kyler another weapon, and you just take the best option on the board at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler's not going to say no to that.
But in this, if Marvin Harrison goes third to New England, who do the Cardinals then take on yours?
You think I did that?
No, but I'm interested.
All right.
But that'd be interesting. I wonder because
This is where we're...
I would take an offensive tackle, and I would take Joe Alt.
you'd get him to take Joe Alt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was ready for it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Fifth, Chargers.
So there's a. Well, I don't know. I'm just going now anyway.
I imagine you're going to have
so-
league neighbours, right?
Yeah. So I've got on the basis that we trade away Mike Williams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
keep Keenan Allen, trade away Mike Williams, and draft Malik Neighbours.
You don't believe in Quentin Johnson?
Did that guy play this year? No one believes in him.
He might improve in his second year.
He might do. He's got different coaching, so
Yeah.
potentially. But losing a Mike Williams, I think you just need more exciting
You
prospects.
need another threat.
Like it's just Josh Palmer, Quinton Johnson, and Keenan Allen probably isn't enough.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Ben?
Really not.
I haven't taken Dallas Turner.
Okay.
Edge out of Alabama. I think they need speed off the edge because they can't stop anybody. They had one of the worst ranked defenses in the league last year in terms of points given up, weren't they? Were like 30th in the end or something. Really bad. I think they need somebody cheaper because they're going to have to drop so many players. And I think if you're looking at the need they have, you just went through their wide receiver core. I actually think that's fine considering how many positions they're having to give up. They're going to have to drop a bunch of players off of defense as well. Like they're going to have to get rid of.
There's rumours they're getting rid of Joey Bosa and
Khalil Mack.
and Khalil Mack. At least
I mean,
one of them is
that
going.
changes things.
That's
of
At
course.
least one of them is
That's
going.
brutal.
At least one of them's going.
At least one of them will have to go.
and it's probably Joey Bosa.
Probably Joey Bosa, and I think they like Dallas Turner.
Okay.
They met with
That would change.
So I also looked at meetings they had during because
right.
at the combine you meet with teams,
Yeah.
players meet with teams. Arizona, I mean, a lot of them meet with the top 10 prospects because why wouldn't you? But J.C. Latham met with the Cardinals, Dallas Turner met with the Chargers. I think Dallas Turner goes to the Chargers. I think they need an edge rusher, and I think they probably end up dropping Joey Bosa because they can't afford him, and they take Dallas Turner.
Okay.
Fair.
So who did you have there? Sorry,
I have Malik Neighbours, yeah.
Okay, cool. I won't surprise you that I've got Malik Neighbours going sixth because Giants need somebody to throw to.
Who's throwing?
Just get OBJ again.
Slick Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, man.
Back.
Daniel Jones.
Why can't you get Odell Beckham Jr. back again?
Oh Lord!
have mercy.
Remember when everyone was like, he caught it with one hand, and everyone's catching with one hand now, and it's like it's nothing.
Do that in college now.
Yeah, in fact,
We're going to run it back with Daniel Jones, I'm afraid.
you have to. You can't not. What else are you going to do? Bench him? You can't get money back for him. He's hitting the cap regardless.
Yeah.
You have to roll with him now, and he needs weapons. So Malik Neighbours is the second best wide receiving talent in the draft. Marvin Harrison's better, but Malik Neighbours looks really good out of LSU. I think you guys need a
I
weapon.
would say LSU do produce some good receivers anyway.
They
So
do.
Yeah.
Was it Jefferson and Jamar Chase in the same,
Yeah.
in the same cohort? Yeah.
But I think we like Malik Neighbours to go high.
Mhm.
It's good.
Bits.
Talent.
You see, now I'm tempted to swap already, but I'm just gonna stick
Roll
with
with
it.
it.
Back yourself.
So I had the Giants drafting Joe Alt.
Okay.
Do you know what we could do? we could do.
In need of another offensive tackle.
Yes, because we suck.
You do.
So
You need to protect Daniel Jones.
if there's one thing we need to do, we need to protect Daniel Jones because that guy gets hit so often, and it seems he can't really handle getting hit that often anymore.
And Joel's like 6'8", 6'9", he's huge, he's a monster of a man.
But the thing is, I think we drafted a offensive tackle in the first round last year, and that flopped as well. So we haven't had the best of luck drafting offensive linemen. But yeah, I agree, we need another offensive lineman.
I think you should need a lot, don't you, really? Yeah.
So
we
need
got
for
Kirk
that.
Cousins today, so we're good.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say about them taking Joe Alt's a left tackle, and you guys have got Andrew Thomas, who's a pretty good left tackle. Is there anything I would say? I don't think left tackle is your biggest need.
What's the feasibility of changing from left to right tackle?
It happens.
Players can do it.
It happens frequently.
Yeah, players can do it, but I think you'd be more likely to take someone who's a bit more versatile. You're probably more likely to take an Olufashinu. At that point, I don't think Joe Alt is a left tackle. You could probably make him a right tackle, but he's a very good left tackle. And I just don't think the Giants need that. The Giants need weapons. Just my take. Joe Alt is obviously really good, but I've got him going 7th to the Titans because I think they.
You got Joel going to 7th.
Yeah.
I've got Olufashinu going 7th.
I like Olufashinu.
Yeah.
But
I got no problem with switching around. I just went for me thinking that Joel was the best offensive tackle prospect on the board. I didn't even have JC Latham in.
JC Latham can plays right tackle. I think JC Latham plays right tackle, and Titans need a left tackle, and the Cardinals need not a left tackle. Cardinals need just tackles.
Yeah.
So, because the Titans starting Will Levis this year, aren't they?
Looks like it, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Titans don't have a left tackle.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, they had somebody and he was just continually injured, and they've had rough luck at left tackle. So I think they're planning on drafting high. I've read a lot of stuff, and I don't think many people have Joe Alt not going to the Titans.
Interesting.
Just because they're the ones who really need left tackle.
Yeah.
Most of the teams above them don't actually need a left tackle.
All right, I'm swapping Joel and Fashioning. Don't worry.
But you
about
had Joe Alt going to the Giants, didn't you?
that. Yeah. Wait. Who did you say?
I have Joe Alt going to the Titans.
Who do you have going to the Titans?
Yeah.
Fashioning.
Oh, so you still got an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how would you do that? How would you do that? So who the Giants taking then if they're not? Or are you saying the Giants need a left tackle? Or are you saying the Giants take Fashioning?
Giants take Fashioning.
Giants take Fashioning, and then
The Titans take Alt.
Titans take Alt. Okay, cool.
Or did you have Joe Alt going to the Giants and then maybe just changing to a right tackle?
I didn't look which side they played on.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I thought you got the gist of that.
Okay.
I picked up on that and I was like,
It's just
really
Demi.
obvious.
It's just Demi.
That was mad obvious.
oh.
I don't know. I
Jeez.
thought you
Alright.
did your research. My bad.
So where are we up to? Are we up to 8 now?
Yeah, we're up to 8.
Yeah.
So I've got
Falcons.
Joe Alt taking a 7. I got Jaden Daniels now going to the Falcons. QB of LSU.
Sit behind Kirk.
Sit behind Kirk and Desmond Ridder.
You think Desmond Ridder's still got a job?
Desmond Ridder's going, man.
Have they got rid of him yet?
No.
They only just signed Kirk up to the deal.
All right. And then what about Taylor Heineke?
Who?
You know Taylor Heineke.
Yeah,
Don't act like you don't know Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, so in my defence, I set this up before I knew about the Kirk Cousins trade, but I actually still stuck with it because I do think Jaden Daniels is a good quarterback. I don't love running quarterbacks. I think that's a risk. But the Falcons don't mind running quarterbacks.
Yeah, it kind
Started
of fits.
Desmond Ridder.
But why would you sign a quarterback to a 4-year, $180 million deal, then buy and then draft a quarterback in the top 10 that you don't plan on playing unless he gets seriously injured for 4 years?
Because I don't think they finished Kirk's 4-year deal.
Okay.
I think Kirk plays 2 years of that deal, and then they see how Jaden Daniels performs.
We'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you did this before the Kirk got announced. Who would Falcons take if they didn't? If
I'm
they came
still
back?
sticking with it.
I'm still sticking with it.
Okay.
I still think
fair.
they take him. I still think they take
I was
him.
going to give you a small way out.
I don't need any olive branches. I will take. I think Jaden Daniels is a good quarterback. I don't think he'll pop, but why wouldn't you take him as a good option as a backup? I don't know what the Falcons' needs are now because they've made some moves. I'm not 100% sure. But for now, I think Jaden Daniels is a good option. Bring him as backup, and that plays into the way that you want to do it. You sit behind an experienced quarterback.
How you want to do it?
Yeah, how you want to do it.
Make me the GM, man. Sign me up, coach.
So wait, Kirk Cousins, 100 million of it is guaranteed.
Yep.
So you're saying after 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
what, they're just gonna let him go?
Might trade him.
Trade? Yeah, but that's gonna be a big cap hit.
Not necessarily.
No, their third year is nothing. So
Third year is nothing.
So it's like 2 years and 90.
It doesn't make sense to me why they'll draft a quarterback in the top 10 after they've just paid that much money for a quarterback.
Because Kirk Cousins is 36.
So people want to play their quarterbacks up until the age of 45.
No, sorry. They don't want to. Let's get that real straight. They don't want to, he wants to, and he's the greatest player of all time, so maybe you just let him play that out. Who else was playing to 45?
Joe
Okay.
Flacco.
Aaron Rodgers is what? Is he not like 41, 42 right now?
He hasn't had a good year in 3 years.
That doesn't stop the Jets from paying him.
Yeah, that's the Jets' stupid fault, man. Hold on. You can't use that as a back for your point when he hasn't played good football in 3 years and he just snapped his Achilles.
Okay. The back for my point is that they just paid him for 4 years. That's
Yeah.
the back for my point.
Cool. Lots of players get traded halfway through their deals.
Yeah, because of their performance. What if his performance doesn't drop?
Then they trade Jaden Daniels.
But why would you use that?
Alright. Bids, put us out of misery.
Peru.
Please say you're not drafting a quarterback for the Falcons.
No, this is where I'm not going to go with my original draft. I'm swapping it because I went a bit crazy here. And I think that Ben's just going to whoop my ass under the table. But I'll say what I had down initially.
What's he about to say?
I just wanted to put a trade in there because I just wanted to
See,
switch
I
things
rate
up.
that.
Cool.
I have more trades than before,
It's
but
going to be Dallas, isn't it? Oh, no, it's going to be Denver.
originally it was Denver,
Oh.
and then the Vikings traded away. Kirk Cousins got released.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had the Vikings trading up to 8th.
From 11.
From 11th. Again, I don't know what the
Yeah.
what they'd actually need to trade to get there.
Yeah.
But I had them trading up and drafting JJ McCarthy.
At 8.
Yeah, purely because I feel like the Broncos would wanna would wanna trade up and do a similar trade.
Okay.
See, I like
And-
JJ McCarthy.
It's bringing JJ McCarthy up higher than he's probably projected to go, but
It's also it's whether you take the gamble on
Yeah.
him dropping all the way down to
so that's why initially
I haven't got JJ McCarthy going in the first round.
okay. That's
I've
very
got JJ
different.
McCarthy going in the second round.
That's different.
To who?
I haven't
Yeah,
gone
no,
that far, but I just
oh,
have
okay.
him in the second.
Right. Okay. That's
Okay,
okay. That's
no, no.
crazy. Right, but that's not what I. That's
not
not
what you
That's
did.
not what I've
Oh
got.
my god.
So
Jason.
I've got because that's just what I had that initially. I had a two. I was seeing how the conversation was going,
Yeah.
and I'm obviously just.
Now you fucked it.
So
Now
I've
you've
got,
announced.
yeah, I've got the Falcons going. Who did you pick? Eighth again?
Jaden Daniels going.
I've gone for Falcons drafting Rome Odunze.
Oh yeah.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
I like Roma Dunze.
That-
Yeah, I like Roma Dunze.
Yeah, just to give you a weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, then I feel like Captain Kirk's always going to love an extra weapon. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I
true.
don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
He's the next best wide receiver on the board.
But 3 wide receivers in the first round is 3 QBs, 3 wide receivers. Well, on mine anyway.
In the
Three
top 10.
wide receivers going in the first round.
Yeah.
In the top
Sorry,
10.
in the top 10. Sorry.
Oh,
Top
in
10.
the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got 2.
You've got a whole load of offensive tackles there.
Mm.
Yeah, I do.
I do wonder what Minnesota are going to do about quarterback, actually.
Get JJ McCarthy at 8.
So,
I mean, they could get him at 11.
Expensive.
They get him at 11.
They'll definitely be able to get him at 11. Or Denver. Vikings.
Oh,
You said Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
Yeah, they
Vikings.
definitely could take him at 11. No one's going to take him before 11. I'm going to go first round.
Hey,
I'm going
man.
to wait to the second round and already get him.
Alright. So, Chicago's second pick in the top 10.
Mm.
Who are they taking?
I think they beef up the O-line and take Olafashanu now. I think Olafashanu goes now, and Chicago gets some protection for Caleb or...
No, apparently it's Justin Fields.
Yeah, you stick
Either way,
Yeah.
man, he was running for his life. Yeah, get him some help. That O-line couldn't get it going with the running backs. We said that earlier. They need offensive line help, and
Okay.
I think they take Olafashanu. He's probably... I like him... I like JC Latham more I think Olafashni is probably the second best out there. Joel is just a left tackle, so he's a solid option, but I like Olafashni.
I went for a
Penn State.
defensive player as well, and went for Dallas
I got
Turner.
an offensive tackle. Who'd you get?
No, my bad. Defensive edge.
You got an edge. Who'd you take?
Dallas Turner.
Oh, you took Dallas Turner there.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've got him going fifth.
Dallas
Cool.
Turner at 9.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's not bad.
I think Chicago picked up a defensive player already as well, so like a safety, I think. So I like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I don't hear that at all. If Dallas Turner drops there, then Chicago should definitely take him there. Yeah, yeah. If he drops that,
Who do you think
low,
he's going what, 5th?
I think he'll go fifth. I think he'll go earlier. I think if they don't take him, then I think there's a high chance the Falcons take him. So I don't think he'll drop that far, but I think
I think
it's a good choice.
I think it's a good choice because I think the Bears, they need to concentrate on their defense being as good as it possibly can, because they're going to have some shaky moments with whoever they have at quarterback.
For sure, yeah.
And they're in the division with the Lions and the Packers, who have both got really good offenses, man. They're going to have to be on their game just to stay in games most of the time. So actually, it's a great shout.
Yeah.
Great shout.
No, I don't hear that at all.
And then to cap off the top 10, the Jets.
I've got Talisi Fuaga
Same.
going 10th.
Same.
Another really good offensive tackle.
A
Out
lot
Oregon
of
State.
offensive tackles.
Yeah, well, I've
There's a lot of good
got
ones.
3.
There's a lot of good ones.
I mean, they need to protect that old man's ankles, man.
They got
He's got Superman ankles
100%.
now, right? He's fine.
I don't really see a scenario where the Jets don't take an offensive tackle, to be honest. I think they want an offensive tackle, and I think Aaron Rodgers wants an offensive tackle. He's got Bakhtiari on the left. I think he'll want Fuaga on the right.
And it's a stacked OT class as well, so you'll get one.
Yeah, drop into Fuaga drop into 10th. Like in any other draft, it'd probably be a top 7 pick. So like you're just getting good value there, I think.
Yeah.
Do the Jets not need any offensive weapons?
The Jets need a whole lot of stuff, man. Like they're still going to be fourth in that. They're still going to be third in that division. Like they ain't going out third. Like I don't care about what's happening with the Bills. As long as Josh Allen is there, regardless of captain interceptions, he'll still easily take first or second in the division. The Jets are not that. Aaron Rodgers is coming off an Achilles surgery, man. It's not happening.
Yeah.
He's gonna be bad this year. I don't see it.
Okay.
Paul's sake.
Hasn't
Paul's
been good here
sake.
in 3 years. 3 years?
Didn't play the last year.
And the years before that, he was garbage at Green Bay.
I mean, apart from the year that he won the MVP.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and then since then,
Garbage.
garbage. The thing is, for me, we've seen him healthy in Green Bay in that last year, and he was bad. He was okay. He wasn't good. Then he's had a surgery. Now he's back. At best, you're hoping him to be as good as he was in that last year in Green Bay.
True.
I just don't see MVP Aaron Rodgers coming back anytime soon.
Okay.
We'll see.
That's
So that's
top
the
10.
top 10. Any notable shout outs from the remaining 32?
I want to do the Chiefs.
Of course it is.
The Chiefs are going 32nd.
32nd.
They're drafting last, obviously. So I went back and forth on it because I think they want Lab McConkey. I think they want little Lab McConkey. So I
Do you think they actually want that, or do you want that? Just because
I think they want Lab McConkey, but I think Lab McConkey drops into the second round.
Yeah.
Even though he had a good combine.
He looked very good.
He looked good in the combine. He's a big receiver, so that's the only thing is I kind of went back and forth. I didn't go with them taking Lab McConkey here. I'll go with who I went with. They're taking a wide receiver then, I think. I went with Adonai Mitchell, wide receiver out of Texas.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.34.
Quick.
That's quick.
that's
My only thing was, I think they might also want a bigger receiver, and Lab McConkey's a bit bigger. He's like, so what is he? He's like 6'4", 200 pounds. Like he's a bigger receiver, whereas Adonai Mitchell's like 5'11". He's a bit more of a slight receiver.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends because I think Lab McConkey will go in the second, but I think they probably take Adonai Mitchell because he's a good value pick there. But they could also take Lab McConkey, which would be sensational.
So would you go for the smaller, slighter player to be more of a deep threat, and Lab McConkey to be more of a route runner because sort of
Exactly, but it really depends on what they're seeing from Travis Kelce or what they're expecting from Travis Kelce this year. They need a deep threat. We know that. So that's why I think they will go Adonai Mitchell, which you made a good point because they released Valdez Scantling.
Yeah.
But I'm also a bit like, how are they using Kelsey next year? And do they want a big receiver to back up Kelsey? Because Kelsey's a big body receiver, and do they want someone else who can cover that? But I think they probably go with a stretch the field Adonai Mitchell because he is quick.
Okay. Who have you got the 49ers drafting? Out of interest.
Kingsley Sumatai, offensive tackle at BYU. I think they need to beef up the O-line. It's 49ers' biggest need, so I think they take an offensive tackle. Kingsley Sumatai is pretty good at BYU. He's the best option they've got at that point, I think. Because I've got Tyler Guyton going earlier. Who else have I got going earlier? Offensive tackles: Patrick Paul, Troy Faltanu, Amarius Mims. Packers, I've got taking Tyler Nubian, safety out of Minnesota. They need a safety. They're lacking on the back end, so I think they'll take a safety there. Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Jesus Christ. Fair enough. So we'll see on draft day how we actually stack up.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do one as well? You guys do one separately. We want to post them all.
Yeah.
We'll see who gets closest.
Did you have Kool-Aid McKinstry in your first round?
Nah, I didn't do. I did the top 10.
I got Kool-Aid McKinstry going to the Bengals.
But
at 18.
you have brought me into my next bit just to end us off.
Okay.
I've just got a top 10 draft of the best names.
Fantastic.
Wow.
I've got a lot of time for this,
I've tried to put it in an order,
Yeah.
but actually no, it's in no particular order.
Cool.
So number 1 is obviously Lad McConkey.
Cool, solid, yeah.
Number 2, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
18th going to the Bengals.
Number 3, Bud Means.
What?
Excuse me?
Bud Means.
Who?
Why haven't I heard that before?
Bud Means.
Bud Means.
Bud Means.
Definitely.
What position does he play?
I don't know, man. Bud Means.
Bud Means.
I should have
Is he
positions.
any good?
I don't have positions, but yeah. Number 3, Bud Means. Number 4, Prince Pines.
Prince Pine. Oh God. Wow.
Prince Pines.
Oh, no.
Number 5, Cavossier Smoke.
Oh, I remember him. No, I remember him.
Is he going in this draft?
Yeah, going in this draft. Number 6. This is alright, but just strange. Delmar Glaze.
Glaze.
Delmar Glaze. Not as good as the other ones, but I had to beef up. I had to get 10. Then we go strange again. So we go for Ladiatrick Griffin.
Ladiatrick.
Ladiatrick Griffin.
Ladiatrick.
And in 8th, we go for Storm Duck.
Storm
Storm
Duck.
Duck.
Storm Duck is in this draft.
Nice.
What a hero.
Nice.
Next one, haven't got a clue how to say this name.
Oh, I thought you actually were about to say.
Oh, okay.
His name is Shikazu Gatlin.
You should have just left it. You should just have left it. I said that is just.
I have absolutely no idea what letters are in there.
His name is.
Can you spell it, please? Can you spell it?
I have no idea what letter that starts with.
Guess what letter it starts with?
Q? I don't even know. It sounds like an S.
It starts with an X.
What?
Oh, okay, that's why you're struggling.
X. Guess what the second letter? Well, X apostrophe. Guess what the second letter is?
X apostrophe.
P.
Z.
Oh no!
How do you say that first bit?
What happens after that?
AUVEA.
Is that his only name?
Can I see it?
His name is. You got to see the last one.
Wait.
His name is.
Xavier. Xavier?
Could it be
Xavier. Xavier.
Don't tell me you've just not been able to say
Bro,
Xavier.
there's no way you would. There's no way you would have said Xavier.
Xavier.
It's Xavier.
His name is just.
Xavier Gatlin.
Oh yeah,
You didn't know how to say
Xavier.
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 Xavier Godlin.
Oh,
Man, bid.
It can't be Xavier because it's got. How could that be Xavier?
But why did you have to?
I tried to say it.
getting electrocuted while saying it.
I tried to say it.
That was wild.
Xavier. No, it can't be. Nah.
You've mocked that poor kid's name so
It could be
much.
Xavier.
It's definitely Xavier.
He's 6'4", 320 pounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. My bad, Xavier.
Is your brother?
My bad.
I'm going to tag him in this so hard.
Please don't.
Oh, mate.
He ran a 5.5 in the 40.
And he's got 300.
Yeah, he's an offensive line, bro.
Oh, God.
Faster.
My head hurts.
Where are they running to?
Right, and number 10, I got him for Steel Chambers.
I like
I had to have one that I could actually say at the end of the...
I've got the edge out of Penn going to Tampa Bay. Chop Robinson.
Yeah.
His first name's Chop.
His first name is not Chop. It's not. It's like Kool-Aid McKinstry. His first name isn't Kool-Aid.
His first name's Kool-Aid.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid.
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually, Chop Robinson, his name is...
Yeah, Chop Robinson's name isn't Chop.
Okay.
What is it?
I can't pronounce
Now, come on, you saw me go. Is
it
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
It's Des Moines. It's Des Moines Robinson. Kool-Aid McKinstry's name is GaQuincy. It says G-A' Quincy. It's
Why has it
GaQuincy.
got apostrophes?
He's GaQuincy Kool-Aid McKinstry.
You read this. Does that say Javier? Is that what you'd go for first?
Xavier.
There's no chance you would.
Xavier.
You're a
I would
You're a
genuinely...
liar.
No, 100% I would separate the X and I go X. Xavier.
Nah, you're a liar.
If there was no apostrophe, then obviously I would have gone the way you did it. But there was an apostrophe.
Yeah, you separate the X. Oh, mate, I'm so tagging him in this.
I've got one more honourable mention, which is a guy I know you like, Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
I've got him going 21st to Miami. Quite a lot of people had him going, or quite a lot of things I read have him going like closer to top 10, like 10th, 11th, maybe
before the combine, he was going like 5th.
Yeah,
he was going to the Chargers.
Again, tight ends don't go that much.
Yeah.
It's like running backs, like you don't tend to.
It's just too high for the value of the position, to be honest. But I think Miami could do with a tight end, and I think Brock Bowers could fit. But he'll go in the first round, but I think he drops to 20s. I think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to draft night.
Oh, God. And I've said this before. I can't watch it.
When is draft night?
Sometime in April, usually.
Early mid-April.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact date, but it goes over 3 days.
Okay.
It's
I want to watch top 10 and see myself fail at 3
Just
when it's Marvin Harrison.
Won't that take a while though? Just even watching the top 10.
Yes.
Take a while.
an hour and a bit.
Oh, it's 25th to 27th of April. Sorry, it's a little bit later than I thought. So it's actually 6 weeks away, not 3 weeks away. So things could change. Obviously, there could be some changes based on trades and things.
Yeah.
But this is just our take at the moment. If we have any significant changes, then we can bring it back up, and Bid's going to give us another top 10. And
Maybe
mispronounce some names.
Xavier.
All I see is Xavier or whatever.
Xavier now, yeah.
I just don't know why you're getting electrocuted.
It's unacceptable, yeah. Poor guy. He weighs, what, 320 as well?
Yeah, I'll run away from him, kind of. I think.
You probably do the same 40. 5.5.
Do you reckon you got 5.5?
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Bro, Cat Williams did 4.9. I'm not losing to Cat Williams. There's no chance we're slower than Cat Williams.
Way. Any of us are going that quick.
There's no way we're slower than Cat Williams.
Genuinely, mate, we are.
You think we're slower than Cat Williams?
Genuinely,
He's like 60.
I don't think I'm going 5.5.
He's like 6. He got 4.9. He's like 60.
So?
We'll see on the combine episode.
We'll do that sometime in the future.
Honestly.
But yeah.
We'll do that on the combine
Cool.
episode.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Oh,
Sweet.
God.
Cool. All right, cool. We'll catch you in the next one.